Well, g'day everybody and welcome. I am testing out a series, an extra series for Out of Awe, and this series is kind of a little bit of a storyline. Well, not so much of a storyline, but we're doing hardcore, which means we are doing it hard. The game is set to hardcore. We've been dropped down in this little area here, and in Scandinavia, and we've decided that we're going to come out here with absolutely nothing but a few tools and a little bit of money, and we're going to build ourselves a nice little home to live in, and also we are going to start mining, and we're probably going to look for gold initially. So where we are on the map here, I've put an SOS in the spot. I think we spawn over here somewhere like that. But I've thrown myself down here, and here we're in sort of a mixture of dark and light areas. So I think the light areas contain pay dirt. The dark areas are supposed to contain ore and stuff like that. So we are here. So I've set the SOS right where we're going to build our house, and or close to, and we're going to start a hardcore series. If we go into the settings for this game, I can't go into the settings for this game, can I? How do I do that? How do I do that? I'm not sure. Let's see. Economic. We are in hardcore anyway. Data will show profit expense. I'm actually looking really forward to sorting this out and to going through this. This is total company money is 400,000, but that's what I've got in my company, not in this game. So we aren't going to utilize that at all. We've only got 100,000. So you've seen the map there. We've got no vehicles. We've got no quests. We've got a bank there, and we've got the store there. So the first thing that I actually want to do is I want to actually buy some proper hand tools. So we're going to have to be really careful of this, guys, of the money and stuff. So but we're definitely going to need ourselves a fast pickaxe and a fast shovel. The rest of it I don't really care about too much. So what we're going to do is we're going to sell our normal pickaxe, and we're going to sell our normal shovel. Only gave us $55, but we now have the fast pickaxe and the fast shovel, which is really cool. You can see in the tree logs, as I was making my way down to this area, from over there, I reckon it was over there somewhere. Miles over there. Then I've been running through, and basically I've been chopping trees as I go, so that when we got down here, we would have the ability to start doing what we were going to do. So I'm just going to flatten some ground out here in this area here, and we will at some point probably build our house around here somewhere. So let's give this just a little bit of a flatten out. We are going to have to do all of our own leveling and all that type of stuff as we go. We're not going to just build a house on a slope or anything like that. We're going to level out a foundation, and we're going to build it on there. But for now, I'm just going to flatten this area out just a little bit. And I think the plan probably is to we're just going to start removing some of these mounds around here. Over in this area, we've got these mounds and stuff here that we're probably going to remove. So that is where we are going to hit everything up and start doing our work, which is really cool. So if we go through here, and we will actually do a little bit of blasting, but the first thing that I want to get happening is I want to go into the store. Well, after obviously that stuff, buildings, workbenches, and I want to purchase myself 2 of these workbenches. The reason why I'm doing 2 is because I need to make sure that we've got both of them working at the same time. So let's maybe throw him down there. and him there. And then I want to make sure that we've got these working on the materials that we're going to need to build our house. So if I shift and throw those into storage, get those wooden beams and get those wooden beams happening. No, it didn't work. Sorry. Let's shift and bring that out there, and we'll go into here and we'll throw those over, and then we'll get some planks happening in that, and we'll get some wooden beams happening in there. Oh, probably a good idea to bring that up. So that'll start doing that. So we'll be able to start doing a little bit of flooring and stuff like that. And we're going to concentrate on bringing that hill down there. We'll flatten that hill out, and we'll flatten this area out a little bit. Now what I've done is I've got a little bit of a mixture of dark ground here and light ground. So that should be pretty good, I reckon, for sort of seeing if we have any type of a mixture of ore and stuff. Although I believe if we're going to have any decent ore, I think we're probably only going to get pay dirt from here. But what we will do is we will I will actually do a little bit of blasting. So I don't think I can cut those down. I can probably cut that down. And where are our workbenches? Over here. All right, there we go. Can't get that down, which is perfectly fine. So yeah, that's what we'll do. So the next thing that we are going to do, what do we got? We've got 275 going there, 273 going there. Let's just throw some more of those in there. We're going to have to go out and dig a whole pile more of those out. So the other thing that I want to do initially is I want to grab myself a couple of bollards here. Well, they call them pylons. We call them bollards back here. So I'm going to grab myself probably 6 of those. And the reason why I want 6 of those is I want to mark out some areas as well. The other thing is we need to go back into equipment, explosives, and I actually want to blow a couple of holes in a couple of areas in the ground. So we're going to get that. See, we're already down to bloody $84,000, which is no good. So what I want to do is I just want to blow a hole in the ground here. I want to see what kind of stuff we are getting here. So let's blow that up. And it looks like there's going to be some pay dirt down here, hopefully. I was hoping to actually, yeah. That's pay dirt. That's definitely pay dirt. So there's our first area through there that we're going to hit. So the rest of it we will use as we go. We'll use a little bit more of that as we sort of explore. So the idea with these bollards is I want to make sure that I mark out where we're going, which is through here, like so, and then that's going to give us an indication of where our house and stuff is going to be, so we're not looking for it all the time and whatnot. Right, beautiful. What that leaves us with is $84,000. Now, 84,000 isn't going to give us too much, really. It's not going to allow us to have too much. So the other thing that we want to do is I want to look at loaders, and we're going to have to get the cheapest loader we can possibly buy, which is $78,000. Problem with that is that the problem with buying the cheapest loader that we can possibly buy is we only have 84 grand, and that's only going to leave us 6. So what we want to do first, I think, is probably look at what we are going to do production-wise. What are we going to do production-wise? Well, we're going to need I think probably a wash plant. I think we'll do a wash plant, which is going to give us those ores there. And I think that's the beginning. And once we do that, so that's 7.5 grand. We are going to need a hopper, just a single hopper like that. And we are going to need probably an up. Where are we? Where are we? Here's the ups. We'll do an up 4x4. And that should be okay, I believe. Although what I didn't think of, to be honest, was wish that with that wash plant, the wash plant does not store. So we're going to have to get ourselves a yeah, it does not store. So so if we go back into what we should have actually purchased was a sluice box. A sluice box actually stores stuff and dumps dirt out, I think. So if I went in to sell and went to sell that, that's pretty poor. We lose 2,300 straight off the bat for that. But I think if we were to purchase a storage container, we might be better off actually just doing a storage container. So we're going to go conveyor down 4x4 and a storage container. Right. Doesn't leave us with much, does it? No, it doesn't. But that's okay. So what we're going to do is probably put that in here somewhere. Let's get our axe back out. Let's throw that axe down there. Get you out as well. And I don't think there's anything else that we can take out of that. So we're going to drop... We're going to drop a... let's go into here. We're going to drop this down. We're going to go up. Then we're going to go down. And then we're going to go there. So we start with a... There we go. Lovely. We'll start with that. We'll throw that in. We'll throw that in, I think, here maybe. We'll throw him in here. Like so. Might get rid of this bollard. Idiot. I put the bollard in the way. Of course I did. Then we will go up. No, we will go down. Oh, bugger. I've gone in the wrong side, haven't I? Yeah, this is the issue. This is I suffer this in my other series that I'm doing as well. Is the whole issue of not being able to spin those around unless I'm missing something, which is highly possible, right? Because it is me after all. Let's flatten a little area out here and throw this hopper in here like that. That's a little bit better. Lovely. All right, and that brings that towards there. We'll cut those off. We'll cut through there initially, and then we'll be fine. All right, so now we need the up. Then we're going to need the wash plant, like so. And then we are going to need the... Well, we could go storage down there like that, and probably chop a little bit of this ground out here to fit in our storage. There we go. So yeah, this is going to be a tough one. So I think initially we're going to probably be digging by hand, obviously, until we can get up to $78,000 and purchase ourselves an excavator. So that's $20,000 away, and $20,000, I think on the mode that we are on is not going to be an easy thing to do, is it? So let's grab you back out. Just make that look a little bit neater. There we go. Lovely. bring some of that down just to make it look a little bit better. There we go. And we will make and put some bracing in and stuff like that as well. So we will do that. The other thing that we are going to need to do is we are going to need to add some power to this, which again is going to take more money from us. So we're going to need initially, what's the power load on the system? That unit load is 42. Is that the entire thing? 55, so 84, 139, 139, 149, 180, 91, so about 191. So what we're going to do is we're going to go as cheap as we possibly can initially, and we're going to purchase ourselves 189. That gives us we could probably go that's a 2800. No, that's a generator. We want the input. So I think that'll be enough to run it. The other thing that we want to do is I think we're going to go a solar panel, which gives 300 kilowatts, and we're going to need just a little bit of cable. So, and then that's going to set us up to have this running. Where are we? Right there. You can sit right there. Actually, that's perfectly fine. We'll grab that. I'm guessing that we're not going to get any power at night at all, and it's probably not going to have any stored power. It's doing 300, so they haven't obviously changed that at the moment. Let's turn him on as well, and the grid load there is 291, so we're just on the limit, which is perfectly fine because everything is running the way that we want to do it. Now, what we're going to have to do here as well is we're going to have to throw the pay dirt and the dirt in and consume that. Then that's going to run through the system, and that's going to give us whatever we can get out of that. So, because the wash plant should. Actually, the wash plant shouldn't. I think I might need a trommel. I don't know. We're going to have to find that out. So I may have actually done that a little bit wrong. So, but that's okay. We can fit a trommel in there, right? We can definitely fit a trommel in there. So let's just dig some more of this out. Get ourselves some more pay dirt happening. Cut all of this off. We're going to get a lot of dirt out of the top here at the moment as well, which is fine. We can deal with that. That's no worries at all. Because what I don't want to do is I don't want to dig too far down into pay dirt, and then in the end have it affect the excavator. So let's have a squeeze. But we can easily sell our dirt off. Dirt doesn't sell for too bad a price, you know. Although at this rate, it'll take a very, very long time to get the dirt done. So let's throw this in here and see what we can do. Consume that. Thank you very much. Conveyor load. As long as we're sticking within those parameters, we should be okay. So what we probably want to do, there we go. We're starting to get gold ore out of there as well. So I think what we will do is we might actually start by perhaps digging a bit of a hole down here and trying to get ourselves into some pay dirt. In fact, what we could probably do, I know we'll keep the dirt. We'll just do it by hand for now. So I'm going to dig a little bit of this out, guys, and then once I've dug a bit of this out and got some stuff happening, I will come back to you guys. Actually, before I do, what I would like to do, to be honest, is I would like to. We're in a dark area here, so I'm not sure whether we're going to hit any ore or anything like that in this area. There we go. We're going to hit coal. So we've got a bit of a coal seam happening down here, which is okay because coal will give us a little bit of money as well, which is really, really good. So we can probably dig ourselves a little bit of a tunnel under here and start digging this out. Hopefully getting some pay dirt as well. That's just normal dirt there, so I can't see any pay dirt through here, which is probably not good. We probably actually want pay dirt, don't we? So we'll dig that out. But before I leave you guys and go and do a couple of bits and pieces before I come back, I thought what we might do is we'll head over to here. And we'll start getting some floors and stuff like that happening. So let's consume that. Thank you very much. Free power. Free power is good. What have you got happening? We might actually let these go for now and just let them produce what they're producing, and then we'll come back and do our floors after that. I don't want to destroy that. So maybe down here is a good way to go because we'll get pay dirt down here. We won't go into the dark area. We'll sort of hover around this. So I will get some of this hand digging done, and I will see you guys when I've done that. Okay, you can see my little process here. I'm just opening up the ground here, and I'm just utilizing my pickaxe here to sort of open up a little bit of a pit, and we will eventually actually use the an excavator on this when we can eventually afford an excavator, that is. So but we will get there. And I thought I was going to tunnel, but then I thought, oh no, I might actually just make it open. It might actually be a little bit better if we just make it open and grab some of this pay dirt down here and sort of create ourselves a bit of an open pit that we can later on use an excavator in. So, but I'm just sort of cleaning up the edges a little bit now. I've put 2 markers down there to mark where our pit is, and everything here is running, and we're going to consume all of that. What I want to do is I want to see what's going on here, and you can see we've already got resources to sell. So that is actually really, really good. We could probably purchase ourselves a little wash plant, which would make a lot of sense actually, to purchase ourselves a little wash plant. I don't know how much are the wash plants. Let me just get rid of these little bushes here, and because they're really annoying me. There we go. We'll get rid of these bushes. We'll get rid of these bushes. Okay, they're not going. All right, grab our shovel out. Let's just flatten this stuff off here. There we go. Lovely. Make that nice there, and we'll throw we might throw a wash plant, a little wash plant in here. So buildings, I think they're under workbenches. $7,200, but we're going to have to do it. We are going to have to do it because we need to process these. We need to process these ores into diamonds and stuff. So where are we? Oh crap! Let's go into there. We've got diamond and ruby ore in there, and we'll go into there and we will throw those in there. So let's start by producing diamond and ruby as well, and that'll give us a little bit of money there. I don't believe anything's coming into here anymore, so let's grab that. Go into the store, go into sell. See, there's like $1,300 for dirt, so we're better off utilizing and keeping the dirt. There's $1,000 for gold ore, 218 for that, and 364 for coal. Beautiful. Perfect. That's exactly what we want. Let's throw those over there. These are still going. These are still going as well, so we want to start very, very shortly, probably producing some. It's not very nice, the weather, is it? Yep. Grid load 291, unit load 291. So so we're right on the precipice there, but we can easily throw another one of those solar panels down. I didn't want to stick a generator in because that would have it would have sort of sucked up our money. The fuel doesn't last for very long, and you need quite a bit of it to run that. So rather than turning the system on and off all the time, I decided that we would go solar for this one. So let's keep digging all of this stuff out, guys, and bringing in a little bit more money. We're back up to 32 grand. We won't get much from the diamond and ruby ore, but we from the diamond and rubies, but we will at least get something a little bit more than what we would get just for the straight ore. So I think that should pay for itself, shouldn't it? Just going to go up there and there we go. Lovely. Just get this area done so that we're pretty safe. All right, cool. So this is what the process is going to be. Things will speed up once we get up to sort of 80 grand. Things will actually speed up. We could go and do a little bit of forestry work and sell off some of that, some of our logs and stuff like that, which is probably another good idea for earning money. I don't know what logs earn. In fact, let's have a squiz at what logs earn, shall we? Let's go back over here. Throw all of this stuff in here. All of it, not much of it. Consume that. We've got some logs sitting in here, so let's grab those, and we've got some sitting in here. So we've got 15 logs there. What kind of money can we make from logs? So 15 logs, 315 bucks. It's money. It's money that we shouldn't complain about, right? All right, that's looking all right. I'm happy with that. This area here is where we are going to go at some point in time with our when we get our excavator, and this is our lot. This is it. This is what we are doing. So, yeah, I'm pretty excited about it, to be honest. Like, you go into a game and you have enough money to buy yourself a loader straight off the bat and all that stuff, but the whole idea of starting with this 100 grand and having to process and having to produce power, which adds another expense to your whole operation now as well. It seems like a perfect time to do a hardcore, sort of a hardcore series, basically. Now, this series is originally going up on my member channel, and we'll eventually head down to the general channel as well. So from the members, but for now, I'm going to just upload these onto my members channel, and then sort of trickle them out as we go. I think that's probably a good way to go. Now, you can get a membership on my channel from well, only members are going to hear this, but you can get a membership on my channel for $1.50 a month, which is, it doesn't really make me too much money, but $1.50 a month is better than $0 a month. I can tell you that, considering the work and the effort that you put into these. So. Yeah, but there we go. This is going to be it. This is going to be our lot for the hardcore sort of start from scratchy kind of thing. So there we go. Let's go there. I mean, we could have just sold. We could have just started with the sell point and just sold all the dirt and the pay dirt that we got, but we had enough. We had enough money in our coffers to be able to put in the machinery that we need just to start ourselves moving. It's not going to process everything that we need, But at this point, I'm not really concerned about that. What I'm more concerned about is getting pay dirt and gold ore. I think that's probably the better way to go. So there we go. We'll dig this. We'll dig this stuff out as well. So it's yeah, and this is the reason why we wanted to go straight for Oh, that's the other thing that I can do. I never ever ever use this light, so I'm going to sell that off because I never use it. So what's the point? What's the point? All right, there we go. Lovely. We'll get all of that as well. We'll kind of just work ourselves into a little bit of an open pit here. And I mean, and as I said, every single swing of the pickaxe is money anyway, because you can sell because you can sell the dirt off. So I know it's not much, but it's still money, especially when you're starting in this particular situation that we're starting in. So which is going to be pretty cool. All right, lovely. Look at that. Look at that. That's going well. Let's head back up here. Throw this stuff in, which is another sort of another 400 pieces of material there. Let's head over to here, and we've got some diamond and some ruby ore there, and we can sell the diamond and the ruby ore off. One diamond, 186 bucks. It must have been a bloody good diamond. And 11.15 for the ruby, for 6 ruby. I mean, that's not too bad, to be honest. In here, we've got a lot of stuff in here that we can keep working on. Throw the diamond and the ruby into there. Create the diamond and create the ruby ore there. Right, lovely. So that looks like it's finished processing all of that stuff. So now we'll go back into here. And we will go into sell. 766 bucks for dirt. That's not too bad. So there you go. So that's brought us up by that's sort of brought us up by $3,000 there as well. I just really need to get rid of this stuff. It's really annoying me. So I want to sort of get rid of it all. And you're annoying me as well. Thank you very much. And we'll get our shovel back out and just flatten this off again. There we go, lovely. Love the shovel. Love the shovel. All right, so so that gives us a little bit of a little bit of a start, guys. A little bit of a start, not a super start, but it's never going to be a super start when you're starting from what we're starting from. So. But yeah, in between, I may go and do a little bit of forestry. There's a lot of trees. There's a big tree line over there that I can head to, as well if I want to. But for now, what we've got here is pretty well our lot for the start of this series. Once we get the, we're going to leave all of this here, because once we get the excavator, we're going to run into there. In fact, what I'll probably do is dig some of the top of this out and actually throw this dirt down in that hole to smooth it out, so that it's not annoying our loader, not our excavator, our loader. So that's sort of not annoying that when we come in to dig this area out. So my apologies, I just did a big bloody sneeze. Throw that in there like that, and that means that we will dig this back out again anyway. So when we're digging it out, but it saves our excavator going into a big massive hole, right? Absolutely. So we'll dump all of that dirt down there. We'll throw some in there as well, because we'll dig that out, and throw some in there like so. There we go. It's a little bit of a mound there, and let's go there and just smooth this out a little bit, because we're going to have to come straight in from this end. And I'm probably going to have to move these as well, so we'll get rid of you for now. And yeah, there we go. That's it. That's it for now. It's going to be a tough one, isn't it? We'll throw that in there like that, and that in there like that. Whoops. There you go. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it very, very much. Hope you guys are going to enjoy this series, especially when it gets released onto the onto the main channel instead of being on the members channel. But I've got to give my members something, and early access to this series is probably a really good way to go. So for those members that are there, thank you so much. I appreciate your support very, very much. And I will see all you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.